I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed.
In the meantime, we are coming to the ending of our DJ stream, but we're not at the end yet.
We're not. No, we're not at the end of our DJ stream.
I didn't say the end. I said we are coming toward the ending, and the 5th song on the list is Def Leppard, Gods of War.
Yes, Gods of War.
Our DJ tonight is Seven Dusted, and he is taking us through a journey of his life.
Yes,
and
you
so
dumb butts.
section 5 of his life is this one, and he said after 31 years.
Wait. I need to find before you start reading. I see. Bakram. Go ahead.
No, Ben, you have to donate $22 to see us beat you up. Because you put 22.
Ben put 22.
Yeah, he typed 22.
That's just because Ben wants attention. He's having a hard time with all this attention that Seven's getting, and you know how Ben is. Ben wants all this attention, so that's his problem. Go ahead.
All right.
Continue.
So after 31 years of seeing war from many different angles, as a sailor, a civilian, and a contractor, my view of it isn't the same as it was in 1990. I still love dearly all who have ever served my country, but I question the reasons why we do what we do more than ever before. It doesn't matter, Democrat or Republican, the rhetoric for war is always the same.
Yeah, and for some reason, I'm having a hard time adding my picture. There's supposed to be a picture. This is Bagram Airfield, you beautiful people. And if I can't add a picture, how can we be so sure that we're going to be able to add a video? Stand by. This is Def Leppard, Gods of War, you beautiful people.
You got the song. You pause the song, baby.
America to be passive. He counted wrong.
What an evolution from, if you look at like, I'm specifically talking about Seven's evolution. If you look at like Don't Tread on Me, it's like, yeah, America, don't tread on me. To wait a second, what are we doing this for?
Yeah.
You know, and I
the
think
Gods of War, yeah.
I think in this generation of warrior, in 30 years between that contracting and all that shit, 30 years.
30 years.
I feel like dude's done its time. Stop working, bro. Holy shit. But like it's an interesting evolution, and I think a lot of people in this generation, and you know, I'm a little bit younger, but I think a lot of us like had that progression, man, especially after 9/11. You know, 9/11, it was like I was already looking at the Ranger Bat stuff like before 9/11. So I was like, right before 9/11 happened, I started getting obsessive about World War II.
Okay.
And all the shit that the Rangers were doing, like that's why like when our next door neighbor was a Navy SEAL, when we moved, I had no idea who they were.
Oh really?
I was like, I was like laughing at them and shit, you know, whatever. But you know, little did I know. Didn't Reagan sound a lot like Biden in August and September? 100,000%, 100,000%. And I think it's documented fact now. Reagan had early onset Alzheimer's in the last.
Oh really?
Year or two. I think that's actually been confirmed. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like which is a terrifying thing considering Biden. So look at this.
I know. I was trying not to talk
That's why
about
Emily says you have to have like an entire backstory to understand this channel because like
that's
the
why you can't miss the
relationships are so
videos.
intricate. That's why you can't miss live streams, people.
Right.
But yeah, like I think a lot of us had that, you know, and you know what's really fucked up about her, you know, first of all, you know, Gods of War, and it's really supposed to be Dogs of War.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's the term, the Dogs of War are barking, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
They turned it to the Gods of War, and I think that that's brilliant, because, and it's kind of been the theme of the night, we're talking about like spitting on soldiers and shit like that, and I was saying that I'm completely and totally against spitting on the soldier. One, because it's an act of complete cowardice. Because you spitting on that soldier means that you know that you don't think that soldier is going to do anything. And that's an unmanly thing to do. You're going to go after somebody that you know is not going to retaliate. You're a fucking coward. But the second issue that I had with it in the previous songs, I said was, the soldier's not going to get us any change. Like, we spat at soldiers, did all that shit after Vietnam, and we were in Iraq 20, 30 years later, you know, because we didn't learn the lessons. Because the ultimate lesson is, it's not the soldier. It's not the dogs of war. It's not the dogs of war who are unleashed. You know, the dogs of war are the gangsters, the soldiers who are going to go off and do work. It's not them that is causing the war. They're fighting the war. The real people who are causing the war are the politicians and the rich people and all the rest of it, the elites, and
the ones that are able to get
they're
out
the gods of war. They're the gods of war. And, you know, they're kind of separate from us. They don't believe that they're equal to us. They believe that they should issue down decrees from on high. They believe they should issue decrees on high and not be questioned. You know, they function like gods. And then we function...
they believe that our babies should be sacrificed to them for their causes.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a crazy thing with Farrakhan where he started crying. He's like, you're sending your babies to die over some bullshit. And it's one of the few times that he cried in public over this shit. But, I mean, it's that's the thing, is those are the people we really, really need to start being held accountable. Is, wait a second. And it's this weird, but if you look at them, you know, it's almost like a mental illness that these people have, these politicians have, where you can tell in the way they talk and things like that, human life is just, and the lives of the American soldier, they talk all this shit about supporting the troops and shit, and you gotta fight anybody who's ever had to deal with the VA. You got to fight like mad to get basic shit and get these guys the help that they need. And we don't have a serious and robust transition program from a lot of these guys.
No,
I mean,
no.
just one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. And they're just sitting there getting enriched by this stuff. You know, the whole Halliburton situation with Cheney during the Iraq War. Basically, like, Halliburton is this horrible war profiteering, corporation. And Mr. Cheney started hyper investing in Halliburton while we were going to the Iraq War, because he knew we were going to war, because he was the main architect. It's just these people. These people have no conscience whatsoever. Like, they truly believe that they're in a separate category than the rest of us, and they're completely fine with doing all that crazy shit to people. And it's like, it's good, solid guys.
Is it for money for them?
Well, it's money and it's power. It's empire expansion. It's money. It's power. A lot of it is just because I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the times there's not a lot of rhyme and reason.
I have to not think about it too much. Like, everything that we've done overseas. Sometimes it's too much to think about for extended periods.
Yeah.
Because there's no end to it yet, and everybody's baby. Like, every time that I see, like, something on the news that shows a child dead because of our bombs.
Yeah. I mean, it's there aren't going to be heroes. There aren't going to be anything. And, obviously I don't agree with that. People can do whatever they want. The term hero is a subjective whatever. All those guys are heroes to me. They always will be. I don't care. And to me, they're heroes because of their character, not necessarily what went down over there. The character of a person who wants to volunteer to be a firefighter, or
I would think that they have a different motive than the gods behind it. Obviously,
they have a completely different motive than the gods. That's a different. Is the dogs of war, for the most part, are virtuous people, but the gods of war are demons. So
there, well said.
That's my issue.
Yep.
That's my issue. So we need to treat the best people among us, and those are doctors and warriors, in my vantage point. They're the most virtuous people among us. Those are the people that we need to give the societal awards to and things of that nature. But the demons are the gods of war, and that's a fact. None of these dudes, look, man, none of these dudes want to go out and hurt innocent or good people. I got a good friend that, he had one of these kids in his he had him sighted. Everything was good. All he had to do was apply that pressure, and he wouldn't do it. So these are humane people who are good, but they have a certain kind of constitution, especially after 9/11. And you have very evil people up top who take advantage of that virtue.
Yep.
And that's the shit that pisses me off, is that the gods of war take advantage of the virtue. Meanwhile, the people that stay home, that don't know the prices that the dogs of war are paid, are judging them. Meanwhile, you're sitting all comfortable and shit.
So they're a very used group of people.
One of the main reasons,
from the top end,
the main reasons that you can sit comfortable in your little American house and know that no country is going to declare war on you and fuck with you, like the Chinese just flew a bunch of jets over to Taiwan to fuck with them. The fact that you can do that is because of the dogs, because we got dogs out there.
Right.
And because motherfuckers, you don't think that there's people out here that would love to squeeze our country? That's the only gap between them and some other people that have negative designs on you. I just have a very, very hard time with that. But I like this song because look how complex this is. The guys are virtuous, they're good guys, but now they have to question, why the hell am I doing this shit? And now you got people who have to make moral judgments in contradiction to their training.
Yeah.
So my friend is a particularly special individual who could do that. Most people in a high tense situation, they just go back to their training.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to be informed by your morality in a tense situation like that. These are the caliber of people we're talking about. And like it's you know, those people are gonna have hell to pay literally just for that alone. I don't give a fuck if you fed old ladies for your entire life. You take advantage of that virtuous willingness to stand in harm's way so that you can protect countrymen that you don't even know their names. You know, I was listening to one of these guys when they were spinning in on the Bin Laden hit, and the guy was talking about how the only thing he could think about, because all those guys thought they were going to die on the Bin Laden hit. All he could think about was there's this, you know, these people jumping off buildings, and he was talking about there was this one particular woman who was holding down her skirt as she was falling, and he was saying she's holding on to her last, you know, level of dignity to the end because that's America. That's what we're about. He's like, that's worth me dying to get that motherfucker that did that to her. That's what. Those are the type of people. And the fact that we have demonic people in our government that take advantage of that goodness, of that virtue, of people that they can't even untie the shoes of. That to me, I don't give a fuck if you were fucking Mother Teresa. You wait. You stand before Jesus because he's a warrior himself. You wait. That is one of the highest crimes in my opinion. The fact that people do that. And then these guys do shit that they can't take back. Then they get to go home, and then they get self-righteous fucking. It's very difficult. It's very, 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 very difficult.
Wow.
So anyway, this is a really, 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 really good song. Really good song. Honestly, I didn't really like the musicianship a lot at all.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't really like the song at all. As far as like the musicianship,
yeah,
lyrically, it was badass. I don't really like that 80s like poppy that poppy sound. I don't like it. But lyrically,
See, I like the
lyrically, I love that shit. What did you give the song?
9.6.
9.2. Very, 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 very good one. If you're in regular YouTube land, you're a square. So you're gonna have to catch us later on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you are not in regular YouTube land and you're on the live stream, stick around. We got one more song, and we've got a debut of a band that you've never heard before. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.